Hello and welcome to the video. This is stage 8 of Tour de Zwift. So this one is 2.5 laps around the Knickerbocker route in New York, about 1,000 meters of climbing, and overall it's 56 kilometers. So this is the longest one in the tour, the longest race I've done so far. My legs are feeling good, so this should be a fun one. Hoping to go out on a high. This is the last race with this setup, last race with this bike, last race with this trainer. So before we start, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who subscribed. I never expected to get this many followers and it's really great. I appreciate everyone. Thank you very much. All right, I'm gonna get a quick warm up in and then we can start.
10 seconds to go, just waiting at the start line. I've had a quick warm up. So the strategy for this one is to not go out hard. It's a really long race, 56 kilometers. So I need to save my legs for the climbs because that's where it will be won and lost. 1,000 meters of elevation gain here, but it's spread out quite nicely. There are 3 big hills we've got to complete, and each one of those is about 150 meters high, so that's where it's going to be really difficult for me. So I want to keep the power at under 200 watts, just so I can save my legs for the whole thing. Still trying to find a group to sit with. Most of these people are just overtaking me, so it's not going that great at the moment. Keeping the heart rate low at around 150, saving my energy for the big hill. If you like climbing, this is definitely the route for you. It's lots of short, punchy climbs, which is quite nice because at the end you get to go down and have a nice rest. 10 minutes in and we've already done 75 meters of climbing. So I found a nice group to sit with here and we're just going to stay together until the big hill. So let's fast forward to that. So as soon as you get out the park onto this futuristic area, you know the climb's about to start. So look at these gradients, 15%, 17%, it is horrible. And as predicted, loads of people are overtaking me. So I'm not going all out here, I'm trying to save lots of energy. We're only 9 kilometers in and it's a 56 kilometer race, so there's no point putting all your eggs in one basket and just sprinting up the hill in the first attempt. So you think you're almost up, and then there's this final bit just to the top here, another 16% and crossing the line here. That climb really is not nice. It took me 8 minutes and 6 seconds to get up. My goal is to try and beat that on the next 2 attempts, so now I get to enjoy the downhill. Back on the flat ground and my heart rate has dropped dramatically. It's now about 135, but now I need to start putting some effort in after my nice break. So the next 20 minutes or so, I just spend riding alone. This would be so much easier if I could draft in a group, but having to do it all on my own, I'm still averaging about 200 watts, which isn't too bad. I finally find a group to ride with, so they pass me pretty quickly though, so I need to put down some major power to catch up with them. But it's worth it because now I can sit in the draft and save some energy rather than having to fight the wind all on my own. So my new best friend and I, we stick together for about 10 minutes until we get to a hill and I actually drop someone for once. We're actually just reaching the halfway point and I am feeling quite good, suitably warmed up now, and I find some energy here to put into the hill. If you put energy into the hill, you save more time than if you use it on the straight. So a good strategy is to always put lots of power down when the gradient is highest. So a solid 280 watts here, 300 watts, just getting over the crest of the hill, and then I can have a rest on the downhill. Heart rate is 174, which is a bit high, so I need to get that lower because there's still 26 kilometers left, so I don't want to completely blow up. So I take the next few kilometers easy, resting up a bit, letting the heart rate drop, because coming up now is the big hill again. So the last lap I did it in 8 minutes, so this time I'm going to try and beat that. Just crossed the finish line and my time was 7:02, which is over a minute faster than the previous lap. So overall, that hill was very much a success. So time to enjoy the downhill, take on some food and water, let the heart rate settle down a bit. So at this point, I'm still very much on my own, but there's a few people ahead of me. We've got M. Kupal about 30 seconds up, and then there's a little group about a minute and a half up. So I make it my goal to try and chase down some of these people because my legs are feeling good. So I have 20 kilometers to gain a minute and a half. Let's see if I can do it. Ten kilometers to go. I've halved their gap from minute and 30 down to 45 seconds. The power is good and the heart rate is good. I'm feeling well fueled. I've eaten about 2 bananas and 2 oranges during this. I'm well hydrated. I've drunk like 3 liters of water, but it's very humid here, so I'm sweating a lot. Five kilometers to go. I'm really starting to feel it in the legs. They've managed to pull out some time. They're still a minute ahead of me. The finish line is at the top of the hill, so I'm hoping I can be quite close to them by that point because I can sprint up that hill and hopefully, if I'm within like 10 seconds of them, just overtake them there. So here we are, last time up the big hill. They're about 25 seconds ahead of me, which is a ridiculous amount of time to make up in 1.8 kilometers, but I'm going to try anyway. So I can see their watts per kilogram. They're doing about 1.5, I'm doing about 2.5. So I'm hoping they have nothing at all left in the tank and I can just breeze past them. The gap is really reducing now, it's less than 10 seconds. So I can actually see them in the distance now. Just 1.3 kilometers to go and about 100 meters of climbing. Just passing the first of 3 guys. Trying to put down about 300 watts during the steepest bits and then 250 where it flattens out. Passing the second guy, now there's less than 1 kilometer to go. Passing the final guy, he seems to have stopped, so he probably had some sort of issue, maybe a chain came off or something. 0.5 kilometers to go, I think I've done enough to beat these guys, but he gets back on and tries to overtake me again.
No. Oh. So that's stage 8 of Tour de Zwift done. For most people that would mean it's all finished, but I still have to do stage 6 again because my tyre punctured. But yeah, Tour de Zwift is good fun. Glad I did it. It was horrible and difficult, but it's all over now. So thank you everyone for watching. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe. It really helps. So I'm going to take a long rest from making Zwift videos. My legs are done. I'm going to take at least a week off. And then hopefully my new equipment will arrive. New bike, new trainer. Actually, the trainer's already here. There's a big box in the corner, which I suspect is it. The weather's getting a bit warmer here, so I hope to make some outdoor cycling videos. Let me know what sort of content you want to see and I will try my best to make it. Alright, that's it for this one. I will see you in the next one.